This is part 3 of example 1 of lesson 2.3, evaluating geometric formulas. Finally, we're getting to circles. We are going to find the area and circumference of a circle when r equals 3 inches. Use 3.14 for pi. And I had the word pi here, not the symbol pi, because I can't type the symbol pi right now. So pi looks like that. So there's a bunch of things you might not be familiar with here. Let's start at the top. Circles. Area of a circle is just going to be whatever fills in the circle. How many little black boxes fill in this circle? Circumference is the word for perimeter of a circle. Circumference is just the perimeter of a circle. How long is the line that goes around the outside of the circle? And r, what is r? Well, r stands for radius. R is the radius, which is the distance from the center of the circle to the rim, to the edge of the circle. It's halfway across. The whole way across is called diameter, and that's labeled d usually. So we're not dealing with diameter right now, we're just dealing with the radius. Most circle formulas deal with the radius. So let's start with area. Since we've dealt with area before, this is tricky. And it says use 3.14 for pi, so we're going to use some decimal multiplication here. So area of a circle, we are dealing with a circle, so we're going to want these two lovely formulas here. Area of a circle equals A equals pi times the radius squared. Okay, that's pi times the radius squared. The radius is being squared, not pi. Okay, we're not squaring pi, just the radius. So let's fill in. Let's plug in some values and chug away. A equals pi. We're using 3.14 for pi, so 3.14 times r squared, 3 squared. Order of operations says do exponents first, so we're going to have 3.14 times 9. And 3.14 times 9, you will do this slowly on your own, is going to be 28.26 28 and 26 hundredths centimeter, or inches, I guess, inches squared. Okay, I do have a radius of 3 here. Perfect. So this circle here, there would be 28 little tiny squares within this. And I can see that there's a 4 by 4 in the middle here. That's 16, and there's sort of 4 here. So 16 plus 8. It's a little bit more complicated than that, and this circle isn't perfectly having a radius of 3. But the area would be 28.26 inches squared. Squared because we're dealing with area. Now let's deal with circumference. Circumference, let's switch colors. C equals 2 pi r. 2 pi r, or 2 times pi times the radius. All right? So let's fill in some values. C equals 2, stays the same, times pi, which is 3.14, times the radius, which is 3. So now I've got 2 times 3.14 times 3. I am going to use my commutative property to rearrange this. 2 times 3 times 3.14, so that I get 6 times 3.14. And again, you would solve this on your own, but I have the answer book here, so I can look at it. If you need help multiplying decimals, let me know, and I can help you with that. 6 times 3.14, I know it's going to be around 18, since 6 times 3 is about 18. And it is, in fact, going to be 18.84 inches. It's not going to be squared inches because we're dealing with length of the outside of the circle. And those are how to deal with circles, area and perimeter, when you have the radius. Don't let pi confuse you. Just imagine pi is tasty, for one thing, especially chocolate, but pi is another variable just like r, just like x, just like y, any of those. Pi is just another variable, but pi always equals 3.14. Regardless of what problem you're doing, the variable pi will always equal 3.14.